Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down, nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very, very, very important and not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. This is a response video. As you can see here, I have Alpha Show. Okay, all right. Alpha Show. Explaining the 5 personality types. And as I said before, I'm old school, so I really narrow it down to just 3, beta, alpha, and alpha. Now, you know how the liberals are. They want to create little spin-offs of different versions of this. I told you before, the more technical someone gets, the more beta they become. They get emotional. They want to segment and make all these different definitions. Okay, they want to. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's what life is about. Okay, I just call them betas. Okay, they're emotional and they want to split off from passive, aggressive, and aggressive. Okay, you know, it's really only 3 personalities in the world. Okay, but other than that, let's get on with the videotape. Let's respond. Do some response video here. 5 male personality types. Which one are you? If you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. So you please read my description before you become a hoe. All right, okay, because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter man. All right, let's begin.
5 male personality types. Hello guys, welcome back to Alpha Show, a channel that will completely change your life from negative to positive and make you the person you always wanted to be. After this video, you will understand the 5 main male personality types. You will also identify where you belong in the pantheon of male personality archetypes. It is important to know that a man does not have to stay in one category for his whole life. Several men who now occupy the higher categories started in the lower ones. They got disconnected with living below their potential and made a deliberate decision to better themselves. I will discuss the alpha, beta, omega, gamma, and sigma male personality types and examine their similarities as well as their differences. If you have ever examined the animal kingdom, you will know that the alpha male is the one who attracts the female out of the entire pack for the purpose of procreation. This also means that the chances of other males to get with the females reduce when the alpha is around. But then, that applies in the animal world. In the human world, things are slightly different. By different, I mean that apart from romantic partnerships and emotions that govern the human world, in this massive rat race, alpha males are not the only ones who demonstrate women's ideals, at least not anymore.
Perfect. Perfectly written, okay? Perfectly written. This is really nice. I'm thinking if he's kind of copying off of me, or probably learning from a pimp himself. But alphas are not emotional. All right, let's continue. Okay. They think of procreation, assets. Let's get on. Let's continue on here.
In all fairness, the best combination to determine your masculinity is a variety of personality types you can practice. While alpha males appear more desirable with their rugged and rough exterior, it is actually the...
Well, as I said before, you know, this is what he has to learn from. Alpha males can have criteria of multitudes of different facades. You don't know who's an alpha male unless they portray that image with video footage, okay? What do they have, okay? But it's not about appearance. Women are not drawn to real alphas because that's a very hard thing to deal with, all right? When I talk to women, I'm telling you anecdotally. This is why this guy who's writing this, he doesn't have the experience of being an alpha himself. And I don't need to know this because he's writing it right now. If you experience yourself being an alpha, you can write about it and actually post videos. But what he's talking about is what the generalized media is thinking about what an alpha male is. And most of the time when they think of what an alpha male is usually inaccurate. So far he got it right until he got to that point right there. Okay? They don't appear more desirable because it's all about a personality mind struct. Okay? It's about order and discipline, being upfront. But let's continue on out here.
The personality types that attract women the most. Things have drastically changed today. There is also a high probability that men change their personality type with experience and age to better understand relationships in their lifetime.
Exactly. Like I said before, women are not naturally attracted to alpha males. Now, what women, when they look at any other type of male, they will think that that person's alpha, but they don't know that person because of their appearance. because everything should not be focused on appearance. You have to understand to take the mentality, psychosis of that male perspective to understand what his standards lay at in order to be an alpha. Because if you hear my standards of what a woman should be, most women will not gravitate towards me because of that personification, okay? That standard is too high of a bar, okay? All right? Okay, now, a lot of women will see a person like Tupac or some shit as an alpha male. That's not an alpha male, okay? Because his appearance, because he's a celebrity. But other than that, let's continue on the video. I don't want to keep talking too much, but you know I'm right, okay? But let's continue on, okay?
5 male personality types.
Let's go.
Number 1, alpha male personality. The alpha male personality is the most popular.
No,
this
not.
Personality type goes with the nickname bad boy. And
No, he got this wrong. See, this is what I'm saying, okay? What I learned from the alpha male is basically a male who doesn't do what all the other guys do. He is not the most popular. So I want to hear what he has to say, since this is inaccurate. And of course, did I subscribe to this guy? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, this is inaccurate. But anyway, I'm subscribed. Okay, but this is inaccurate. But let's continue on what he has to say. He is not the most popular. It's the image of him. It's the most popular because of his beauty, but that's not what makes an alpha male. Let's continue. As I said this time and time again,
are often the men who need their men to be men. He is the macho person who drips confidence with a bit of aggression, who is outgoing and demanding.
Bit of aggressive.
This is not
he is completely aggressive. He is not a bit of aggressive. He is completely aggressive. But of course, I'm just gonna listen to this video. Okay, all right.
That alpha males naturally objectify women. Nevertheless, they are very confident that they can get any woman they want. A typical alpha also wishes for someone very docile and with a few or no alpha traits at all. An alpha male can be a handful to work with because his ego skyrockets any time he is proven wrong. However, he makes up for that through his charisma. An alpha male is a type that women would love to be with all the time. He is good.
No, not necessarily. That's not true at all. So far, he got a lot of points right. Like, he's charisma and confidence level, but his standards are too high. And most women will be rejected by the alpha male, okay? An alpha male is not a fuckboy, okay? All right? Like a beta alpha male is, okay? But, that's a beta alpha, okay? Who wants to feel. He's probably talking about the beta alpha, yeah. This fits in very well with the beta alpha construct. This is not an alpha male at all right? Beta alpha male, this is what he's talking about.
Looking, his charm makes any woman's heart melt, and his words can compel you to do anything he wants.
Correct.
He is very successful both in his private and business life, and because of that he has lots of enemies. An alpha is a natural-born leader, so when he speaks, the rest of the people around him don't talk. He is always the center of attention, and when he is talking, people look like someone has...
Check this out. I'm going to show you.
I gotta make a video
a $50 million coaching company with
infomercials.
Has cast a spell on them.
I'm going to make a video. Okay, let me write that down now. I'm going to do it right after this, okay? After I'm done. About these scam artists who are on these trying to sell you something. Like, what we call them charlatans, fish oil or some shit. And I'll make a video next about this. Because I basically do my investigation and research before I get involved in investing any money, okay? That's the next video. Let's continue on with this beta male right now. Right now, he's talking about the beta male, beta alpha male.
In an alpha's company, everyone tends to feel good because he is good enough to ask them to join him, and all of them, including his bosses, are marveled by the ideas he can think of at a short notice.
That's right.
A man of that figure is definitely someone who admires social gatherings and who enjoys being the star of every discussion. Mm-hmm. He cherishes being...
Yeah, but, you gotta understand something about a beta alpha. That's a beta alpha construct. Okay, a real alpha don't seek validation in no one. Only at certain times, but most of the time they don't, because validation is a weakness, okay? Seeking validation is a weakness for true alphas. You disagree? All right. Ask me a question. Let's continue.
Among people, while he hates when he is all alone. When he is alone, he feels exhausted, like he does...
See? Now he's talking about the beta alpha male here. Beta, emotion. Beta, just always think of beta as emotion, peoples. All right? Because I enjoy being alone. See? It's not a black pill thing. I'm not going monk and completely giving up on women, okay? But I enjoy my space. All right, because I'm a very OCD, paranoid type of person who's clean all the time, and women can't handle that cleanness, that positive energy. They can't handle that. That's too much because they haven't been trained. Let's continue on with the beta male construct right now. He's talking about beta male.
Have any energy left, which is why
he's talking about a beta alpha construct right now. Beta, emotion, alpha. Wannabe, and alpha. Okay, got it. Check.
He tries to often go out with friends, telling some funny jokes so they can all laugh and enjoy life.
Okay.
The alpha male loves his freedom the most in the world.
That's right.
And he doesn't want to sacrifice it, no matter what. When he sees...
Now, sacrifice is a big key element here. Because me, it's like this. I like my freedom. But I do like, my company and my daughters, and including my ladies sometimes. But once they start disrespecting me, I don't care about their affections at all. See? So you have to understand that I don't seek any validation through them, but I do seek respect, okay? And that is what most people tend to miss when it comes down to hanging with people. Once you say something, once you go black, you don't go back, right? All right, so there's a missing element of respect there. I don't hang with nobody. Once I feel that respect is gone, I'm out of there. I can be alone myself, okay? Yeah, I don't need nobody in my life. Even my daughters, okay? Once they start disrespecting me, they're out the door. Once they start disobeying me, not listening and heeding to my word, they're out the door. I cut the ties. I cut it. Then they start running back to me, see? A little bit of dark psychology is needed when you want to be a real alpha, okay? But he's talking about a beta alpha right now. He needs that validation. Still talking about beta. What is he going to talk about the other shit? Okay.
The woman he's attracted to, he doesn't hesitate and he approaches her immediately,
he approaches
not giving her time to refuse him. From such a character, you will always hear some cute pickup lines that will make any woman...
Listen, when an alpha male walks up on a woman, the first thing in his mind is making her smile and giving her a number for your business, okay? Because if she don't want a family, business is family. That's what Italians told me. Business is family. If the female is not stable enough, she's going to fuck up the business. You got it? Okay, so when you run into a female and she don't want to provide for your needs, you got to kick her to the garbage can. All right? This is what women do to men, so what's the problem, okay? Why can't men do it to women, okay? So flip the roles here. All right, let's continue. He's still talking about a beta alpha male, by the way. He'll lose cheesy pickup lines because he's simping. He ain't thinking about nothing up front with her. He's not making no deals and making no application processes with the bitch. Let's continue.
All for him. I think you can conclude that this type of personality is the most attractive and appealing, and that both women and men desire to be alphas.
Yes.
Number 2, beta male personality. The perfect beta male is your average Mr. Nice Guy.
Yep.
He is quite moderate in his approach to life, and his nice guy personality gets him by. Yep. He gets taken for a ride from time to time, and then, because of that, but generally, everyone likes him.
Listen. He's the innocent boy, which I keep talking about. 80% of guys are beta males. They get taken advantage of. And a lot of times, a lot of beta males want to transform themselves into thugs, okay? And then them like, this is pussies, okay? They're just for the most lowest of the fruit, okay? If the female's a whore, he'll be a simp. He'll be paying. The beta males are the ones who provide all of the OnlyFans. They're the ones who paying money out. They're everywhere. They're like 80%, and they're still virgins. There's a whole lot. This is why I can't stand women tell me there's no good men out there. I'm like, when there's plenty of guys out there who are beta males who will pay for your pussy, and they're virgins. The beta male is the most popular. Okay, but they're not accepted by natural, average, ordinary women because women are more gravitate towards the beta alpha male. So when the beta alpha male is out there with their imagery, okay, and their charm only, okay, then that's what happens to the beta males. They get rejected. 80% of the guys, 80% of you guys are beta males. All right, unless you want to look good like a beta alpha male. All right, we're not talking about alphas here. All right, let's continue.
Betas are more sensitive and less aggressive than alphas. They also take criticism well and demonstrate collaborative skills.
Yeah, they're nerds.
The thing that can disrupt their performance as a man is their reserved nature and introvert-like behavior.
Exactly.
They are the guys who were quiet while in school and slightly nerdy as well, and were probably bullied. Yeah. This type of man just grew up to be light-hearted, emotional, nice guys who can be idealistic. In choosing a life partner, women often choose beta males to alphas, especially if an alpha has broken...
Not necessarily. Women do not choose beta males over alphas, okay? They choose the beta alpha male. The beta alpha male is in between there. That's the male who's 25% who, I keep saying it again, try to impress women because of their imagery and their charisma. They do not like beta males. They will say them bitches for the last, best for last. Isn't that the truth? So if you're a beta male and you're geeky, you trying to be yourself, you are going to be saved for the best for last. They told me this, and this is factual, okay? So this video is pretty much off, but understand where I'm coming from when I do response videos, all right? Let's continue.
Heart, even though women prefer betas as friends more than lovers. That's correct. Betas make some great friends with the opposite sex.
Friends. Yeah.
Additionally, betas are good, just like the alphas, but show more emotions and feelings. Betas are the kind of dudes with who a woman would want to have kids with, as mentioned earlier. And when she meets one, she'll have the feeling that he can be her best friend and her lover at the same time.
They don't want them as lovers.
A typical beta is sensitive, reliable, modest, and easygoing. He's easily embarrassed and not quite sure about his looks or his personality.
That's right.
If you notice a guy who is just keeping quiet and smiling from time to time while his other friends talk and tell funny jokes, then he's most likely a beta male. This type of dude feels comfortable enough to go out with his friends and to have a great time, but when it comes to talking, he's not really sure that he can do that well. In fact,
Well, 9 times out of 10, he won't be able to talk because he's not... If he's a geek or a nerd, then he'll be talking about something he really likes. Okay? He really is astute about fucking wrestling and gaming or some shit like that. Then that depends on what topic it is, okay? Because everybody can talk about topics. I talk about multiple topics. I told you before, the more you know, the more alpha you become. The less you know, the more beta you become. All right, let's continue.
Scared that he will say something wrong when he is with girls. Betas fear embarrassment. And when he is with fellow guys, he doesn't want to tell them different kinds of things because he knows that if he shows his true feelings, they'll tease him about it.
And there's a lot of betas.
At his place of work, he is often reliable, and that is even if he is not in the spotlight. So his bosses don't see his potential, and he doesn't get all those rewards and promotions when he should. In relationships, a beta is always faithful, so today, several women choose to marry this kind of man because he's the fantastic husband material.
No, they choose him because he's the best for last. That's it. Well, women don't choose betas. Alright, so this, you already know how far we're already in the video, okay, and I'm correcting it. Alright, let's continue.
Generally, the beta male is more down to earth.
Yeah, we're talking serious income. And the way that they do that, don't need a real estate license. Don't need a license. Don't need credit.
Than an alpha male, and it is much easier to forge a stable relationship with them. Number 3, Amiga male personality.
What's this?
Are you familiar with Ben Stiller, the Hollywood star? In most of his movies, he acts as an Amiga male. Ben has really nerdy habits. For example, he may be a collector of something like comic books, coins, insects, or even video games. He's incredibly laid back and lazy, and acts like he doesn't have a care in the world. He is immature to a point, irresponsible, and lacks ambition. He was also picked on a lot in high school or college because of his reserved behavior most times. Amigas are also known to be very intelligent people, but they don't act on that. They don't have enough ambition to do something about their intelligence. Solving a difficult math problem over a pizza is what they'll likely do, and they don't care about anything else. An Amiga is some sort of mix of alpha and beta. Sometimes he doesn't know...
No, it's not alpha at all. It's just a beta. He's just a beta male. Don't twist it. He don't have any potentials to be an alpha at all. But he already explained alpha pretty much 80% earlier. Pretty good. But this omega is still linked to beta. This omega male is a beta, okay?
What he stands for, and when things don't happen as he imagined, he thinks that it is other people's fault. In business, he might think that he is the smartest one, saying that he is the indispensable worker and that without him, the entire system will fall apart. Amigas have a twisted idea of love, and only he wants his needs and desires to be satisfied. He loathes the idea of giving anything in love relationships, and if he does it, he will want something better in return. An Amiga male can also be difficult to please, and that is why many women don't like to go on dates with him. He usually ends up alone just because he is not willing to listen to his partner. A typical amiga will be a lazy husband who relies on his wife's expenses most times and doesn't lift a finger to assist her with house chores. If you care less about how your room is arranged or seem disorganized with the things involving you, then there are chances that you are an amiga. Number 4, gamma male personality.
What's this?
Gamma males love enjoying themselves but don't avoid their responsibilities at the same time. They are the adventurous and fun-loving ones who tend to get incredibly restless if they are left idle for too long. An alpha male might mature into a gamma male because gamma males are a more refined version of them. Gamma males are the type that is mostly shy too, who never have the courage to make the first move. A gamma tries so hard to achieve his goals, but he really doesn't want to go the extra mile to finish something, even if he knows that by doing so, he will gain the respect he wants. He is the type of dude who wants to be popular by all means, but always fails.
Let me explain something to you again. Here we go. The beta males is focused on emotions, unstability. So all these things is like he's trying to balance it all out and shit. Still too much emotion. Alright, you got the alpha by 80%. And he missed some points there. But trust me, when you're half and half, you're a beta. You can't twist it. I'm full alpha. I don't play shit games. I don't play fuck games. I don't play mental games. I'm completely perfect, okay? Alright? So if you can say you're God and you're perfect, you're an alpha. But if you can't say you're God and you're perfect and you have no flaws, then you're not an alpha, okay? If you can't say it, you gotta say it with confidence because I can prove it to you that in most things. You know, I just say, hey, my wife tried to cheat on me and shit with a cucumber, okay? And then I told her, I said, I knew you wasn't gonna fucking cheat on me with a cucumber because you lack this, and that. And I say, okay, this is how you can fix those problems so you won't cheat on me with a cucumber, okay? And then she won't just ignore me, okay? So even if you give a solution as an alpha, you can't rely on that anyway. You got to rely on her flaws. You always use dark psychology when you're an alpha. You always play the better half of the person who has the better leverage of psychology. Did that make any sense? Let's continue on. This is a beta male he's talking about too as well.
In business, he is sneaky, and he wants to get things done, even if he doesn't put a lot of effort in. With his bosses, he will be the only one who will just nod his head to everything they have to say, and the ones who never say what he actually thinks about anything.
That sounds like a beta again.
Reading is to your mind what exercise is to your body. If you have too much to read and too little time.
I read a lot.
In romantic relationships, gamma can be very hard to handle because they can be obsessed with the girl they like. In fact, he can become a stalker if she doesn't want to go out with him or if she avoids him. A gamma lacks self-esteem and often thinks that regardless of how hard he tries, he will never be enough. He enjoys being alone and he doesn't really care about what others think about him. In relationships, he can be clingy to a fault, and that can lead to the end of all his romantic links. Meanwhile, when he falls in love, he does it so hard and he thinks that his partner is the best woman in the world. He'll also tend to believe that he can trust her no matter what happens.
And that's
he might even be too blind to
there.
see when a woman uses him, and he'd rather live being deceived about something than to
this
be
is the
right
reason why
and
you don't
aware.
break up things too much.
Additionally, gammas are sensitive towards the opposite sex and are
Alright,
quite aware
over
of
this
the
video.
nature and needs of
Come
women.
on.
They will do anything in their power to fulfill their partner's needs as well. Women would really enjoy a relationship with gammas. This male personality also highlights a particular amount of feminine behaviors, values, and expectations to win their partner's heart. They cherish putting their family first in any given scenario and situation. Number 5, Sigma male personality. The Sigma male is said to be the more evolved version of the Alpha. Sigmas get things done their own way and have little time to bend to arbitrary rules that are constructed by society. They believe that without the superficial rules, they can be more efficient in using their own initiative and innovation.
We're not
A
leaders,
lot of entrepreneurs have Sigma habits. They think outside the box of accepted norms. These men don't need to boast about their accomplishments. They have a more keep-it-low nature, which gives them an aura of mystery that women and even other men find intriguing.
But that's an alpha.
However, be careful not to mistake their silence for weakness or shyness. In a situation that demands it, the Sigma male can represent himself in a way that makes even the Alpha male tremble. A typical Sigma male is confident, calm, and stoic. He has a charismatic, positive attitude that attracts people.
They just want
These
to
are
change
just
the words
5
up.
male personality types, and I'm sure that by now you must have known where you belong or...
Listen, these days, when you have millennials and people trying to change the terminologies, I'm trying to tell you, all that what you said about a Sigma male is pretty much an alpha male, okay? There's no Sigma. There's nothing higher than an alpha male, all right? They will make up these terminologies, which is irrelevant. And as I said before, I saw another video which it says that Sigmas are not leaders. They're sneaky and shit. But, of course, as I said before, if you keep it simple, we won't have to worry about all this breaking down shit. Because I will send you a video that shows you that Sigma males are not leaders. They're they don't take charge. They're Han Solo, okay? And, you know, I'll post that video in there that will show you that what their definition of Sigma is. And as I said before, they are not alphas. And as I said before, all these other ones, the betas, the omegas, the gammas, the sigmas are betas. You cannot compare apples to oranges. If you got the word beta in your name, okay, or you like use vaginas, okay, and you're simping, you are a beta. Trust me. All right? And I'm sorry if you get offended by it. You're going to have to change up your standards. And everything he said at the very end, that was Sigma, is actually an alpha-like trait. It's just pretty much off the top of the board. And on top of that, you don't deal with used vaginas. So if you're simping, you are a beta, okay? In any kind of way. Notice how short it was? Because they're taking the old terms and transforming it into their own versions. Sigma. I'm like, for what? Just say alpha, okay? You don't even need it, okay? Other than that, you can also listen to the beginning of this video, okay? Which he got everything pretty much right. There is no flaw with an alpha. No flaws. They do not play games. They do not sell for less. They do not deal with monogamous relationships either, motherfucker. Lion, king of the pack, you know. I'm out of here. Peace. Hope you learned something in this video. Peace. I'm going to post down the other video I watched. So I'm going to post this video and another video which shows about the Sigma. And you will make a determination yourself, all right? Other than that, I hope you learned something. Both links will be in the description down below. Please read who I am, okay, all right? Most of these videos that's created are pretty much created because they're not experienced. These guys are not. They're just reading off of someone else's text to someone else's text. I'm the real life McCoy. I'm the real McCoy. I already told you this, all right? For those reasons in my description box. Peace.